Welcome to our channel Rhythm of Life. Let's see what's special for the day. Today we are going to see the recipe for kai murukku, that is handmade murukku. This recipe is very special to me because this was made by my grandma, mom and myself together after a long time. My grandma is the main chef here and she is an expert in this. She has an experience of 60 years making this dish. So definitely give this a try. It tastes awesome. Let's see how she prepares this. If you like my video, then subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and share it with your friends. To prepare kai murukku, we need raw rice. Today we have taken 3 cups of raw rice. You can adjust the quantity depending on your requirement. Clean it nicely and soak it for 2 to 3 hours. Before I came to my grandma's place, she has already put it for soaking. So let's check out the next step. Add about 3/4 cup of white urad dal to a hot kadai. For 1 cup of raw rice, we have to add 1/4 cup of urad dal. This is the ratio she follows. Since we have taken 3 cups of raw rice, we have added 3/4 cup of urad dal. Dry roast it in low flame till it turns aromatic. When it begins to change color slightly, put off the gas. It's done. Put it on a plate in a tapered way. She told, putting it in this way ensures all the urad dal grains are roasted and cooled evenly. After cooling it, grind it into a fine powder like this. Then sieve it to get a very fine powder. To avoid wastage, while grinding the raw rice, put this remaining residue. Next, we'll grind the soaked raw rice. It has to be ground for about 25 to 30 minutes. The final batter should be very smooth and loose. So add sufficient water in between intervals. She is checking after 20 minutes. It's not done yet. 10 more minutes to go. It's been 30 minutes now. It's very smooth and silky. Now transfer it to another container. She added some salt and about 2 teaspoons of sugar in the final stage of grinding, which I missed to shoot, so don't forget to add it. Now add the sieved urad dal powder. Add about 2 teaspoons of jeera. Mix the raw rice batter and the urad dal powder very nicely. The rice batter should be loose. So after adding the urad dal powder, you get this consistency. Knead it gently. She has already soaked about 2 teaspoons of black sesame seeds an hour ago. I'm adding it now. Knead it very gently to get a nice dough. It should not be too soft or too hard also. If you feel that it's too dry, sprinkle some water and knead it. If it is too loose, then wrap it in a clean dry cotton cloth for some time. It will be fine then. She's checking the consistency. It's perfect now. Let's begin. Take a bamboo soup or moram like this. You can also use a big plate. Spread a clean moist cotton cloth on top of it and set it. It's a common belief to begin any work by praying or making Ganesh Ji. Here is our cute little Ganesh Ji. Let's see how she does this. My grandma started making kai murukku when she was 15 years and now she is 75 years. I would say she is an expert in this. It looks so perfect. The gaps between each and every twist comes out so evenly and uniformly. I really enjoy watching her do this. I haven't increased the speed of this video clip. This is her original speed. We have to take a small portion of the dough. Then it is twisted continuously with the thumb and the index finger. It looks so easy, but it needs a lot of practice to do with this kind of perfection. If you are not able to get this, then don't panic. You can use the murukku machine and make the murukus with the same dough. She has made 4 turns and she is ending at the same place so that it looks even. Stick the corners. She has made a lot of them now. Even I wanted to try this, so let's see how it works for me. It was really easy to say how to do this, but it's little difficult to make it. My speed is very slow, but it's okay, it's the first time for me. My grandma is going to finish the murukku, but I'm still in the first round itself. If I do it with this speed, I think the next Diwali itself will come. I'm going to increase the speed of the video clip, otherwise you all will be bored. She is using a bottle cap so that the center diameters are uniform for all the murukku. Finally, I'm going to finish it. I think with some practice we all can do it. Not bad, isn't it? Now heat some oil in a kadai for frying. Drop a flattened ball to check if the oil is hot enough. I have used groundnut oil here. Now place the murukku one by one carefully. Drop it along the walls of the kadai. Maintain it in medium flame so that it fries nicely. Do not keep it in high flame, otherwise it will get browned very soon. Now fry till they are nice golden brown. Use a stainless steel or iron stick like this to turn the murukku easily. The sizzling has stopped now and they are nicely fried. You can take them out at this stage. Next we'll see my Achi's special plate murukku. You can use a plate or any utensil of your choice. This is my most favorite murukku since it looks so big and pretty, and I enjoy eating it. I forgot to mention a thing. She has divided the entire dough into 4 portions, covered them with oil and kept so that it doesn't get dried till she finishes making all these murukkus. She is giving a finishing touch to the plate murukku. She is making some flower-like patterns on the sides. It looks like a star now. So pretty, isn't it? Now drop it carefully in the oil. This takes more time than the other ones since they are bigger and they do not have a gap in the center. Keep turning it around frequently like this. Once it is fried, it gets separated on its own. Our traditional and tasty kai murukkus are ready.